What is going on, my beautiful people? I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. In this video, what we're going to talk about is being able to give God what you currently have right now and knowing and trusting that He's going to multiply it. What I mean by this is a lot of times we don't really think that we have a lot inside of us, and we don't know if God can actually do a lot with what we have. Sometimes we're like, okay, how am I going to go out there and do great things in the world if I'm insecure, I don't have the most of this or that, I don't have the most resources, I don't have all of this stuff that I think I need to be able to do this. I have so many things that are holding me back. How can I actually do that? But I want us to really get into our hearts today is being able to know that God doesn't need the most resources in you. You don't need to be the most quote unquote gifted person. You don't need to have the most resources, but God can multiply the little that you have and turn it into something great for the world. The reason I say this is in the Bible, there's a story of Jonathan, who is the son of Saul, the King Saul. And before even David came into the picture or anything, there was a time that they were fighting the Philistine armies and they were outnumbered very much so by the Philistine armies. They're there, they're scared, all the army, him and all the army people, they don't know what to do. But, well, of course, not Jonathan though. So he turns to his armor bearer and he suggests something that's absolutely freaking crazy. He says that, let us go up there to where the Philistines are. We got to climb this mountain. We can go up to where the Philistines are and we can actually overtake them because God isn't restricted by certain resources. That He can do it by little. He can save by little or by many. He's not restricted to that. And he says like, God can be on our side. It's a beautiful thing because he's saying that He doesn't need a crazy amount of resources. He doesn't need an entire army. He decides that He's going to go up there with only one other person and go with the Philistine army through just that faith, knowing that God can multiply that, knowing that God isn't limited by, oh, well, God needs 50 people at least to be able to make this happen. He had that faith and God moved in that. It's insane because they go up there and the Philistines are, of course, they're not going to think that they're going to come up there with just two people and be able to do that. But they go up there with two people and the Philistines end up getting confused and they're just lost because God is working through there, and they end up overtaking the Philistines with just two people. And it's absolutely insane being able to do that. So in our lives, we can be able to trust God with what we currently have. We might not have much. You might feel like, God, I don't have much to give you right now. But through faith, if we continue to offer it to Him and saying, God, I don't have much. Like, I can be honest, we don't have much. I'm weak. I have all these weaknesses. I have all these things. But knowing, just like the other verse, another verse, for His grace is sufficient for us, for His power is made perfect in weakness. Now, this is something I've been seeing in my life too. I've been trying to trust God with the little that I have, or that I feel that I have. When we really think about it, we actually do have a lot, the more that God shows it to us. But knowing that I don't need to be the perfect person, but just trusting that I'm going to put my faith and trust into the Lord, He starts to multiply the things that I used to think like weren't really much, or that were weaknesses, or that I didn't really understand the fullness of what this gift is. Sometimes those weaknesses that can cause that anxiety in us, can cause those nerves in us, can cause those things that feel like weaknesses, end up being switched into these powerful strengths by God showing us that. But we have to continue to trust in Him. You have gifts inside of you right now, whether you decide, whether you think it or not, that God can multiply the little that you have. Even if you're freaking super poor, whatever it might be, God can multiply what you have and turn it into a beautiful freaking gift for the world if we can go by faith. If we can keep asking God to use it to the best of His ability, what He knows how to multiply. I love you guys very much, man. Hope you guys are having a beautiful one in this video, man, and beautiful day today. Love you guys very much. Talk to you on the next one. Peace.